I'm Justin Swanstrom. Welcome back to another video. We are back out testing. You've seen in the previous video, spent a bunch of money to be able to put myself up front. I got the best of the best stuff. I already had the best of the best stuff. I just think with the rules, how they're written, the weight we're having to carry, the extra weight, it's just not beneficial right now. The problem is we don't have time to keep testing to figure it out. Could we figure it out? Sure. Are we going to? Maybe one day, but right now it's just out of the picture. So I put the Turbo 400 in the car, changed the gear sets around, and we are back out here at Bradenton Motorsports Park because we're going to do some testing today. We're going to try to make a couple shakedowns, see what we got going on, and see if we can get ready for Virginia. So we're going to head outside real quick. We're going to fire the car up. We're going to warm it up, cool it all down. Y'all know the routine, and then we're going to go out there and make our first hit. That was the intake manifold.
That was the intake.
That ain't the tune-up, same tune-up we've been running. The only thing it could have done was it didn't shift the gear or something, hit a rev limiter. It's the only thing could have caused that.
I just want to know what the fuck's the point of the burst panel if it ain't fucking popping.
I don't know, it blew the whole fucking intake off that motherfucker. I'm sure it wrecked that manifold intake. I hope we can get another intake for it. But I can tell you right now, that motherfucker's fast as fuck. That bitch to the 330, like that. That's only its first hit. That right there is fast enough as long as it runs out the back the right way. I mean, it's fast enough to run like in the heat of the day. Yeah, the only thing could have happened there is it didn't shift and it hit the rev limiter. It's the only thing that caused that because the tune-up on the engine is still the same. Something didn't work.
Let's make these next 2 days fun.
Well, you're gonna have to fix the front end and see if you can get parts for that motherfucker. And it even choked it down. Did you see it slow down out there? That's because of, but trust me, that thing's fast. I mean, for it to go heat of the day like that, it's fast. Did it not shift? It had to have hit a rev limiter. It's the only thing that could cause that. It didn't shift, it didn't do something out there. It had to have hit a rev limiter because it's the same tune-up we've been running. The tune-up didn't do nothing. Only thing it could have done was not shifted the gear and fucking went out there and smashed into the rev limiter. Well, we can take all the stuff out up here. Let's get it to the trailer so we can look at it. I need to look at the data and find out what happened. I mean, I already know what happened. It didn't shift. Or if it did shift, it blew through it. It was fast though. I mean, if you could get that to the 330 right there, and I wasn't even getting after it. The only thing, like I said, the only thing I can think of is it ran up there and hit a rev limiter. First hit, that's fast. Trust what I tell you. They went out there and dogged it down. You get all that out of there, it's fast. I mean, that's fast up front. Where'd the intake go? Oh, it's fucking, I don't know. Them guys picked it up right there in that truck back there. As you can see, tested in it early today. We are back here at the shop. We have already knocked the heads off. I say we, I was editing videos, getting it out. Kyle, Dad, and Brian were back here. They knocked the heads off. They went ahead and changed all the 4 pistons in this motor because, you know, the last video we changed over on that side, and we're not gonna mess with this side until after Virginia. Well, we had some issues, situations, I guess you wanna say, happen at the racetrack. Blew the firewall back, blew the windshield out, blew the intake through the front end. So there's some stuff we got to fix. But shout out to Proline, shout out to Cameron Johnson Race Cars, shout out to all our sponsors and all our supporters, and shout out to y'all for sticking with us. But we are going to try our hardest to get this thing fixed and get us down to Virginia this weekend to race. So guys already got all the pistons, everything switched out. Kyle's going through right now. He is torquing his head down. I'm gonna get on the other side so I can torque that head down, and we're gonna keep putting this thing together because we have to get the car over to Cameron's in the morning so we can get that thing, get this all fixed up. We can get our intake and everything tomorrow from Proline and get this thing back together. Today it ran extremely well. You've seen the video earlier. It was very fast. We were happy with it. We just had an explosion. So the Turbo 400, everything seemed to be working good. Everything was good.
Why don't you tell these guys what we got to torque these nuts to?
What do you got to torque the nuts to?
225 up top.
225 up top, 175 down low.
Oh, Big B here.
Oh, you should have seen Dad. He called me, or when I got here, he said he had to go get the breaker bar, and he had to really get on it to get them off. They did. They torqued 225. I'm guessing because of the boost.
I believe it using the M5. See, y'all use the M5 impact to bust all them off. The only reason why I don't use impact, I'm gonna tell you why.
I think it rounds them.
It starts chewing up your nuts.
Yeah.
I break everything loose with a breaker bar, and then I'll put a, and I use a 3/8 impact. That big motherfucker y'all got, I never used that bitch. No.
But
and what it does, one, it destroys the
so yeah, definitely you got all these head studs up here, these nuts, they get torqued at 225, and these bottom ones get torqued at 175. I'm guessing because of the boost and everything. I'm sure it's because of the boost. There's so much pressure in the motor. That's probably why they torque them down so much.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, because the nitrous motor stuff, you don't torque them down that hard.
Look at this. This is what we used to do it with right here.
This is you, and this is who she told you not to worry about.
This is who she told you not to worry about right here. We call him old Big Brutus.
That's what the part number is called.
It's right there in the
box.
box.
The part number is called on the box when you order it from Snap-on, Big Brutus.
Big Brutus.
Shut up, B. B, what you got going on? B, you were with us today. You had to work and everything, but we tore a lot of shit up. Yeah.
Well, see, I wasn't at Virginia the last time this happened, and then B wasn't there today when it happened. So we're never both going to be there.
Brian, I bet you that intake shot 100 foot in the air. The video, wait till you see the video, and they're going to see it too in the clip right here. When the intake came down and hit the track, I bet you it took a piece of asphalt away from the track and shot the intake another 50 foot. It came down so hard and it just like a ping pong ball.
So that intake's no good.
Oh yeah, no, it's no good. But shout out to Proline, they got us set back up. Check out Kyle right there. Check Kyle.
Big beast shit.
Kyle, get that torque. I think it takes a lot of torque.
It's gonna be the one right here.
Look at you. Happy with it, guys. But anyways, I want to give y'all a quick update. We're still out here in the shop. We're working. It is nighttime right now. We're trying to get everything done so we can hit up Virginia this weekend. Went down a little bit. You got to smack it harder than that.
You got it. Come on.
Yeah, go ahead. Beat it down.
Hit that damn bucket.
Come on, man. We got to get this going. I told you. We got to make Virginia. Finally doing something. There you go. Finally taking some material off now. Still not enough? No, that's good. What about up front, up top here? Told you.
I guess if it goes all the way in, yeah, pull it back out.
We're gonna get there one way or another. Cameron said we need a new set of tools when we're working on my car. Do you think the explosion changed that?
It could be that, or just the way you store the doors upside down in the dirt. I'm not sure which one, but I'm sure something along those lines is why it doesn't fit anymore.
Come on, man. Quit playing around with it and go ahead and take some material off. I'm tired of opening the door. You're gonna mess up my striker. So we got the car back here at the shop. I know a lot of stuff is happening in this video right now. We went from firing it up here, taking it to the track, making one rip, shaking the tires, making another rip, blowing the intake in the sky. Went fast, came back here, tore the motor down.
Put new pistons and rings.
New pistons and rings on the driver's side. Went ahead and took the car over to Cameron Johnson Race Cars. They worked on it all night long.
Cameron was there at 6:30, and that don't happen often. So
Cameron was there till 6:30. We dropped the car off last night, guys, and he was there till 6:30 in the morning, and then his guys took over first thing in the morning. Shout out to Derek and PMAR to getting us all the carbon fiber work done. Shout out to Cameron Johnson and the guys to get everything done. I'm telling you right now, if you painted that back white, I don't think you would even notice anything happen.
and I like it too. Our
Hole's a little bit bigger, so we didn't know we didn't have an intake on. Shout out to Joe at Fast Forward Race Engines.
Watch the hole be off center.
Yeah, he was the one that got us all set up, And Proline got us our intake top, everything set back to us. So our intake is back together. It is ready to go. Now we just got to take the front end off. We're going to go ahead and set the intake on, get everything 100% ready, and then we're going to fire it up and get ready for Virginia.
I know you're used to having nice fancy trucks and all that, but dude, this thing ain't got automatic headlights.
I keep forgetting.
You gotta shut these headlights off.
You gotta shut the lights off.
It's a 13, son.
It's a 13, but so anyways, guys, that's what we got going on. There's a lot of stuff going on, but man, without the supporters, without y'all watching, and without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to make Virginia. But it looks like everything's gonna be good so far. So all we gotta do is get it back together and get it fired up. The window was completely blowed out. The firewall was blowed back. There was a lot of issues going on, but we made sure that we covered everything up because Kyle did just go through and service the motor and got everything 100% ready. Now we just got to put our harness on our intake and our intake on the car, and then we can start plugging and playing and getting this thing fired up. But Cameron and them, they fixed the firewall. They went ahead and redid the whole entire windshield. They had to go in here and do all this. So that I can't thank them enough for being able to knock that all out. But Kyle's getting everything unwrapped, and I'm about to go over there and finalize up my intake so we get it on the car. It's like Christmas. You're taking all the gifts apart. Hell yeah. Oh, look at Dwayne. Dwayne, you know how to go through Fuel Tech and check the injectors? Oh, yeah. Oh, good. We don't need that then. He's in bed. I got to be able to check these injectors before I fire this thing up. All right, I ain't never done. I just need to click them to make sure they're all clicking. But anyways, guys, we are throwing oil in there.
Listen, pro tip. If you got the intake off, put oil in it before you put the intake on.
Yeah.
That's a pro tip right there.
Who we get our oil from?
VP Racing Products.
Hell yeah.
Best in the business. We got about 10 cases loaded down in the trailer.
We're ready. We're in there like swimwear. How much oil does this thing hold?
16 quarts. 4 gallons.
How many gallons is that?
That's 4 gallons.
That's 4 gallons?
4.
Kyle's always been good at math.
Well, y'all tear shit up, you need to up that sponsorship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to call them and ask for more.
I know, dude,
We've had to tear this motor down 4 times in the last week. But VP hooks us up, so we got cases on top of cases.
We've been having to save that.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I'll shout out to VP for coming on board this year, because
They don't know what they got signed up for.
nah, man, I love it, man. There's a lot of people, everybody thinks VP is only known for fuel, so they do have oil. So you can go, we run them in our rear gear, we run them in our engine. Kyle runs it in the truck out front. So there's a lot of things that VP does. They got brake clean, they got surface
brake
cleaner.
clean, that's the big
brake
one,
clean's
too.
actually pretty dope. They just came out with new brake clean. That's who we get our brake clean from now, is VP.
We go through a lot of that shit.
So we're gonna go ahead and add oil in it. We're gonna throw the intake on, and we're gonna see if we can get this thing fired up tonight. Guys, it has been a long last 24 hours?
Since Monday night.
48 hours? Yeah, 48 hours, but really a long last 24 hours. But man, I can't thank enough Proline, Frankenstein for getting us back up and running. Well, we ain't running yet. We got everything back on the car. We got everything hooked up. I'm gonna hook up to the computer real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and fire all the injectors to make sure they are all running. I think we talked about a little bit in previous clips of this video, but the reason what happened out there at the racetrack had nothing to do with the tune-up, had nothing to do with my dad or anything. We kind of had a fluke deal. I think when we went out there that first pass and we shook the tires, I think it shook one of the wires loose. Well, I know it did. Shook the wires loose inside the box. As you can see, that box is over there. That's where our injector drivers are at. Injector driver is what drives the injector to be able to put fuel down in the runners. So went out there, we had a lean pop. When we came back, we found out that number 4 hole, the plug was very filthy, and it looked like it was trying to eat itself up. So that's when we went to the computer. We went to go check all the injectors to see if any of them were messed up. We went through and we clicked all the injectors. They clicked. We're about to do that for y'all real quick. And number 4, the primary injector clicked, but the secondary injector did not click. So that means that it only had 1 injector firing that hole, and the hole got too hot. So that's when we went back and looked at our EGTs. Our EGTs are deals that are in the exhaust pipe right there, and they read temperature and how hot everything's running. Number 4 cylinder was running about 450 to 500 degrees hotter than the rest of the motor. And that's what happened, is we had a wire that came unplugged inside the car. I'm guessing maybe from the tire shake on the first pass, and basically just lean pop. It put all that fuel in the motor and turned that spark plug into like a igniter, and it just had a big fireball inside the engine, and that's why it popped the top of the intake. But we got it all back together, got everything working. We're gonna go ahead and fire up our fuel tech real quick. I don't know my way around this too much. Dwayne Mills and them are here. He kind of just showed me a little bit because my dad and them are sleeping right now. So we're not gonna fire the car up tonight. It is very late out here right now. We are going to check all the injectors, and we're gonna come out here in the morning, and that's when we are going to fire it up. But as you can see, we are gonna go ahead and open up the map in our ECU. Gotta go to our outputs. All right, Kyle, you ready? No. We're gonna fire number one primary. It's gonna be over on this side of the motor.
Through.
Ready?
Clear.
Secondary.
Clear.
2 primary.
Clear.
2 secondary. 3 primary. 3 secondary. 4 primary. 4 secondary. And that's the ones that we had an issue with. So we got those back working, everything's good. 5 primary, secondary, 6, 7, 8.
Clear.
And actually, guys, we are gonna go through, and we already talked, me, my dad, and Kyle, and we're gonna start checking these before we make any pass. So I'm glad we got it fixed. Everything's good right now. You're gonna have to wait till the morning so we can fire this thing up, and then we're gonna be loading it up so we can head to Virginia for the first points race of season 5, No Prep Kings.
That screw on that canister back, I'm about to lose that cap off that thing. I don't know if you just tighten them up or should I have some Loctite on or what. You might want to ask Menscer. But that probably the next run you'd have lost that setup. Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds healthy again.
Huh?
Sounds healthy again.
Sound what?
Healthy again.
You want me to,
$15,000 later.
yeah. I'll run and go get the forklift, because we need to fix that right now.
I think our crucial, brutal week is we're over the hill.
I'm not saying a fucking word no more.
You what?
Because I said that we're going to go have a nice test session on Monday, and we're going to leave this car in the trailer till Thursday, and we're going to leave. And here we are now. So I'm not saying a word.
Here's what I'll say. I believe in hard work pays off. I know you two have been busting y'all's ass, and I know things happen for a reason. It sucks what happened. That's just part of electronics, ignition, all that stuff together, you know. But the fact is, had that happened up in Virginia, you just had to pack it up and go home. So I firmly believe things happen for a reason. I know y'all had to put in a lot of work. Y'all put in a shitload of work to get this car turned around, get it ready. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, there's a lot of fast guys out there, but I think it's y'all's weekend. I think y'all just need to get up every
Kyle, what are we gonna do before we make every hit?
Fire the injector. That's the new test.
Lesson learned, just to make sure nothing's going on. But yeah, I mean, I think your deal is just get up there, do your thing. You got it all back together now, and you know, my opinion, hard work pays off.
Time to go whoop Odom's ass.
Yeah, I think
Big
so.
you now.
Is that what is that?
I cut it out so it could already be ready. But
So if it blows again?
no, for my
Is this like a future blow?
I didn't want to cut that out because I was afraid that the front end, the hood, would buckle in the center.
I got you.
So next weekend, whenever we decide to make our other changes, it's already done.
I got you.
One less thing they got to do.
Yeah,
You
because
probably should be putting that on there right
if
now,
not,
shouldn't
it'll be alright. Well, it depends on if we get parts in or not.
you? Oh, so what did y'all do about this?
I'll put a lighter one in there. It might pop going down
Is
the
it
track.
2 on there or 1?
It's 1.
Okay. Anyways, like I said, man, things happen for a reason. It sucked. I mean, you guys have definitely been busting y'all's fucking ass. I mean, I honestly don't ever help y'all with the car, but I did come out here Sunday and help him because I knew what y'all were trying to do. So things happen for a reason, man. Let's just go to Virginia. Let's race and race hard. See what happens.
Hell yeah.
Everything over there look good, Kyle?
Yeah. All well. Cameron Johnson looks like he knows how to weld.
Hell yeah, got it on. He even put our little piece down here, so
Alright, probably ain't got a whole lot of time. We need to get loaded up, put this shit in the wind. We need to get going.
we got a 14-hour job ahead of us.
And it is that time on that date.
It is 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
So anyways, guys, we're getting out of here. You've seen, we fired it up. Everything seems to be good. We just need to go ahead and load this car up now. I'm happy with everything, how it turned out. It sucks, but I wouldn't be able to do it without the sponsors. So Frankenstein, Proline, Fast Forward Race Engines, Mark Menscer Motorsports. We got Hormone Logics. We got Bribec Group. We got Cameron Johnson Race Cars. Man, so many people helped us to be able to get this thing back up and running, to be able to go to Virginia for the first points race of season 5. No Prep Kings. If you haven't done it already, I'm Justin Swanstrom. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn that bell notifications on. Let's keep on growing, guys. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. We will see y'all later.